Well, it may more breaking inputs that are just coming in. We're getting the exact moment shots were fired outside the White House. Let's put out that video that has surfaced where you will see ABC News correspondent, and that's on your screens, Selena Wong recording a video for social media as a gunfire breaks out, capturing the sounds of the shots as she dives to the ground. Journalists who were on the White House North lawn at that time said that they were ordered to run and take shelter in the press briefing room. So that's the exact moment on your screens that's been captured by the correspondent. The gunman has died. He was shot by Secret Service police officers in retaliation. In fact, a bystander was also shot at. He's in the hospital undergoing treatment, but there is no update on his condition. That's the video that's been captured by the correspondent. The gunman was killed in exchange of fire, that is right outside the White House.
Close, only for the two sides to remain far apart. No. That President Trump has said a deal is close.
All right, let's quickly go across to a correspondent, Susan Tehrani, who's joining us on the phone line. Susan, quickly run us through the exact sequence of events that is known.
Right, so I'll give you the latest that we know right now is that gunman who opened fire near the White House this evening has died after being shot by Secret Service officers. This is according to the Secret Service agency. Just giving you a rundown, the shooting happened at a security checkpoint near 17th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue. This is just outside of the White House perimeters. Officials say that the suspect fired first at officers who immediately returned fire. Then the suspect was taken into hospital where he later died. A bystander was also struck during the exchange of gunfire as it was happening, though authorities have not yet released that person's condition or that person's name. President Trump, of course, was inside the White House at the time, but was not injured. And officials stressed that there was never a breach of the White House complex itself, although we did hear reports that the reporters that were inside the White House, they had to shelter in place. That shelter in place order has now been removed. But I want to say one important detail about tonight is that while witnesses described hearing a large number of shots, investigators believe that much of that gunfire likely came from the Secret Service response, which follows aggressive protocol around the White House security zone. Federal authorities are now investigating the suspect's motive and whether the attack specifically targeted law enforcement or government officials, or was it directed at President Trump himself? I do want to say that this individual, according to the New York Post, was known to law enforcement. He was mentally disturbed. We're going to get more information about that individual, but they basically say that they knew who he was.
Susan, important that you mentioned regarding this because needless to say, this is a major security lapse. Talk to us about the statements that are also now coming in at this juncture from the FBI chief.
Right, we are getting statements coming from the Secret Service. Of course, it's just giving us the timeline of what happened. What I explained to you, of course, the FBI, Kash Patel himself, said that the FBI is on the premises cooperating with the Secret Service right now. They really want to understand the motive. Now, once again, this did not happen inside the White House complex, and it's not yet clear who this person was targeting. It was outside of the premise of the White House, but of course very close to the White House.
Right. Susan, thank you for the moment. We will, of course, keep coming back to you for more updates on that. But that's all that we have in this edition. News and updates to continue. Stay tuned. You're watching WION World as well.